I if you're watching this, I have to chill back. You're whoa, what's going on here? Reconnecting. There you go. You're quite the character, man. I tell you. I was watching the video that you're talking to the other ladies in there. I don't know their names, but I was watching the video and you were talking about, you know, I was reading some information on who you help, and I think I was one of those kids who got school supplies, you know, back in 2000 and so in my home country, and you know, I just want to say thank you for being that person that even though you looked out for when I was in, for those for my people, the people that were what's what's the word lost most of their pretty much their homes. I went through some tragic moments in their lives, and I remember going through that. And luckily, I was um, healthy enough to survive kind of scene. And that was a powerful event in my life that it really literally shook my entire body and my soul and my mind, and it was scary. It was one of the scariest moments of my life that I technically felt that I was like, I think I should talk about the story, huh? I want to give this story because it's profound. It hits home. It really does. And so when I hit home, I it reminded me when I was there. Uh, it was almost midday, and I reflect on how how the home how I was building a little house, little sticks near like where the end of the house, because at the end of the right corner of the house there's a bathroom where it was. And I remember seeing the little sticks. I remember making little sticks, grabbing little sticks and making a little home. That's how I my mind was when I was like 6 or 7, and I was making little sticks home, and I was putting sticks on top. So it was like I had my little cars that my mom sent me um, when I was on my own with my family, and then it was profound. Uh, I remember, you know I used to be I used to have a guayaba tree, a guava, that's what they call it, and I had a mango like about the size of my head, literally. That's how badass my home country it is. And the avocados, I had also avocado tree, like the most. I was living life. Okay, so I have mangoes, I have guava that were like about the fist of my hand, literally, and the avocados were a decent size, but they're still amazing. I mean, the tree was both the mango and the and the avocado trees were large. But the guava tree was I was able to climb myself. Yes, I'm like a little monkey, and that's what I'm seeing with the kids now. All that energy, and I remember finishing up that thing, and I was talking to my sister, and it was like, man, it reminded me that the so when that event happened, it was like it was it was the most oddest moment because before it even happened, like moments to this, because I was like I think I was getting up from the event of finishing up the little stick house, and I got up and I saw I was near the guava tree, and I remember getting up and realizing, whoa, this is insane. Like I heard I had this little sense of like realizing, man, this is real. I heard the dogs start barking just randomly, and I just remember all this like hell, just like it just we had a hole where you guys can figure this thing out yourself, but there was a well where the water was, and my dad did that himself. He did that. And salute to him. He's real, and I want to say that my father uh, is a real hard worker, man, and he's a real stand-up guy. And so, um, Dad, if you're watching this, I love you. I miss you, and we'll see each other one day. I know we will. Back to the story. Um, Man, I was like, I remember watching like my dog kind of start barking, and behind me there was a wall. There was a big wall that was still being built, and that wall came well, like on the top had like it was kind of like pyramid almost, but it was like finished here, and it was still building up to be like that, right? And that's when I realized that the dogs kind of like just barked louder. I remember just everything began to shake. My sister, I think, was doing tortillas, and I was like, man, this is you know it was kind of intense because I remember seeing my brother-in-law being at the door and like holding the side each corner of the door with like the sides of the doors like that with his hands to like because everything looked like clay, like everything was shaking like that. It was it was shaking, it was shaking like that. Even the trees, which to me was like, holy smokes, this is this is it was intense because I thought I was like surfing. That's how I felt, like I was surfing, like you know what I mean, or like those the things that they have at the gyms. You go like this, it's like round and you move. It was like that, but the ground was moving, literally, and it was just like. And then my sister got out and she got like behind me where I was because she needed to be like in a safe spot. But then like she was so close to not close, but a couple feet away from the place, and just the whole thing just came down, like the top part like just came down and just hit the ground like so hard. I that it was a brick. It was a big thump, and that thump reminded me of how intense life was at that moment of period of time because I was in poverty, quote unquote, but I didn't have we were not hoarding things, okay, and that became an issue. That became an issue uh, down when I came here to America. That's besides the point. Point is, when I came here down, when I was there in my home country, I realized that the foundation of things were not. where they were, but they were it never it's constantly changing. Um, I do remember going to school and getting some supplies from people who send it money to help those individuals. Uh, I was, luckily, I was kind of in the middle class of things, or kind of, just say almost rich class, but it was in between rich and middle, and I was I was you can say a little spoiled brat at times because my grandma, she did many things for me, and she salute for that lady. But she had her race, like I mentioned before. But you know, that my home was profound. It was a place of struggle, and regardless of the events, it made me realize certain aspects of things. I think that certain aspects of life of where we at has only created effects and issues of me with this better man here. The betterment of things. Yes, um, America has very wonderful things, and to my point, I'm gonna say this. Um, I wanna say thank you for sending that help. I think I was reading that on Wikipedia. Although it's not reliable, most likely it is certain, and so I want to say thank you for that. And it's I mean well when I say health, like you know what I mean, and you did teach me a moment there that when I had too much energy when I first got here. And you can tell that to everybody you know. Like I still have that energy like this. And I think that certain individuals couldn't handle that energy and didn't know how to harness that energy. And it's important, especially for the youngins, um, to that don't have those things, to be, you know, to be taught to play soccer or play other events to release that tension, that energy, right? Like put it to good use. And myself, I always struggle with that because I was always a person in nature. And Cesar, the dog whisperer, the dog guy, pardon me. Um, I learned many things out of you, and you're a character that I like, and I want to say also thank you. I'm gonna put both of you in there, and I'm still learning. Um, Constantly need to realize that certain things have to be like brought down, and it's all in my mind. But I'm always like pushing myself to be better, um, to be the best version of myself from what I've been learning from other guys, either red or blue. Like, for me, I see both y'all, and you get frustrated. Yeah, we all do. Men, we all get frustrated. We all have to realize the importance of communicating with one another and saying this and this. And when we went through that event of just finishing up the when the hurricane was over. I think it was, I don't know how long it was, but it was long enough. It was like 7 point something magnitude of earthquake, and I remember looking at the dog and just looking at me. He was, you can tell the dog knew that just some crazy thing just happened. Like I knew, we both understood, man, what just happened. But we just survived that. that that was that was insanity. And well, not insanity. It was a situation. You know, the home had we had a little farm. That was cool. I was like real badass. The most badass thing ever. Like, it was badass to the point where I was like, well, you have to do certain aspects of life. Nonetheless, I understand why America is so domesticated now, because of certain things. The machinery has evolved to its to an extent. Okay, we have hit a breaking point, right? And you gotta say, you know, our farmlands are not where they need to be. Our food is not where it needs to be. Our um, our animals are not where they need to be. They are they're not they're not they're not treated where with what we need to. And so, healthy food is important for a healthy mind and a healthy spirit. I uh, I had to realize that eating a lot of garbage food is not healthy at all, and having clean water are the primary things of wealth. So you can say I'm a trillionaire, um, and in that sense. And some people think, man, you know, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, you guys have your money. You done your work. You've been doing this work, and um, I know I got your attention, Bill. I know I do. I know you do. I do. And I've been doing my homework. I've been doing my homework. I have. It is what it is. Competition's real. And ironically enough, I am kind of like Donald, but I also see his thing. And as much as I don't like his behavior, I understand the reason why things go the way they are. And I have to be more mindful of myself and my actions. And so I want to also take a moment of time here to say to my community, to my family, and those who have mentored me that I am sorry. I am sorry. Ugh. I am sorry, okay? God. And I made a mistake, and it has catch up to me. It has. And I think that I don't want to steal no more. I did that when I was young because I needed to survive. Okay, it was that desperate, and now that I am at this position in my life, yes, I got my ass beaten, but you know, um, it's all in the mind, and we all struggle to go through the for the forwardness and better, making better decisions for ourselves. And sometimes I feel like I'm lost, and so there only should be a two-party system. I think that's I'm not gonna mess with time. There should be only a two-part system, and that as much as I don't like it, I think there should be a third one, just like as like a default, in order to like prevent such an event like this. But it's it's such a such a point of this my is very rare. Um, I'm not trying to. I know it seems like I am, so but that's not where I'm at with that. So I want to say that um, some someone like myself, I I'm doing my own little thing to relax, right? Some people play golf, some people play soccer, some people play football, some people play basketball, some people play tennis, some people play baseball, whatever event, whatever sport you like. Oh yeah, one of my favorite sports is baseball. Baseball is one of the things I like to play. Um, but soccer was also like primary one like every time. But now I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm not I'm not I see I can see the reason, but to my point is that events that create um, profound events in your life shake up shape a lot of events of where we at. um, Myself, um, and I am realizing that there were people ahead of me helping me out without me understanding where I'm at, and I am grateful and honored, and I have to be more mindful of my actions and not just think for myself. So I of course I have to, well, not just for myself but others too. But I have to put priority in myself now that I'm older and that I have not and been neglecting certain aspects of oneself. Um, Ironically enough, the body, nerve system has certain attachments. Yeah, those attachments create some tensions in your mind, and that's in there. And so the spirit recognizes that, but the spirit also has to come forward and realize that it's part of the body, part of life in order to go forward. And that's where I was at the beginning of me living in my vehicle. I came to an understanding of that, understanding the mind, the body, and the spirit. The mind and the body and the spirit is constantly going through changes, and that your mind is trying to so the chakra of the light is right about here, and so the mind and your body nerve system, because most likely it's coming from here, so all your nerves are coming in, and you're saying, wow, this is profound. This is something that I come in to think, and I don't know many, if you are watching this and you can comment on this, I to say see that as a perspective. Um, I'm gonna end this in 30 minutes, so I got like about 3 more minutes. Um, the last topic, I think that events shape up my life, my person's life, without really understanding the situation. The more I see, the more I can understand. I don't want to be at a I don't want to be at a I'm not the person to like start fights, man. I'm pretty chill, but if someone pisses me off, you'll know. And Donald, you've been acting like, and I'm also telling myself this because we're both a Gemini. I'm not a believer of horoscopes, but you are a Gemini, ironically enough. And so, you know, you have some work to do. From just, I'm speaking for myself, and I'm still working. I'm very proud of myself because as much as I would like to, certain people can't continue working. Some people are working, and I am thankful for those people who have. And there'll be a time that I have to step up, just come into a fruition, and I have to take care of what is important for me. I think that it's vital for us to for. Let me answer this video here. I hope you guys. Okay, so you guys were not watching. Okay, well, I don't know. Most likely it was, but the situation is that where was I? Oh, just the mind, the body, and the spirit, and that the body holds certain memories because time is one direction, and I snap. So I've been holding to certain memories, and it causes certain aspects of things, and that's not healthy. And I try to release certain things. So one of my favorite instruments is the drums. Um, I get to hit something and make sound out of it. Okay, and trying to make some decent sound out of it. Okay. At first, it didn't sound like a sound. It sounded like cacerolas, like pots being hit. And so, that in itself, I'm always like challenging myself. You know, to be the best version of myself. I have my flaws. I am. No, I'm not Jesus. I know I'm not. Okay, I'm not God. I am just like anyone in this world. They got their struggles. I got my issues. I don't want to harm people. Mm-mm-mm. No, no. But I can tell that energy. I can sense that energy, and I know that energy, and I try to, not try. I am, and I mind try to mind myself to stay away from that energy because I know that if it hinders myself. Okay, it does. It does. It hinders me. It throws me off balance. And so coming back, it's like okay, easy, easy, And so it's um it's what's the word? It's been rough. It's been freaking rough, uh, and it is for everybody. I mean, I I don't want to hold things to an account here. I realize that certain people have some anger issues, like myself. You have to backtrack and realize, well, okay, that came from nowhere. I think I'm a drummer, and I just try to keep quiet and try to, because the more I realize, I don't know things, but I have a vision. I'm not a dreamer. Y'all can cut me out with that one. I'm not a dreamer. Uh-uh. No, no. I'm a visionary. I like to see visions. You might say, man, this guy's done too much weed or too much coke. No, I have not done coke. No, I have done crystal. None of that crap. Maybe I've been a pothead once in a while. But other than that, you can go to hell. I'm sorry, guys, but don't bring that crap to me, okay? I will get the hell away from you if you ever mention that crap to me. You know who I'm talking about? You, that guy with the basketball thing. You get the hell away from me. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So my point being is that I'm not trying to judge you. You have your issues, and this is how you handle that. I'm trying to stay the hell away from that. Okay? Y'all get. My grandma taught me better. She whooped my ass for a reason, and she taught me better. And that is not what I'm doing. I am not taking any pills either. I need some good food, some good clean water, and a place to sleep. I'm. I am good. I am. Actually, I'm more than good. I'm living life. For me, I'm living life up here, man. You know why? Because for me, it's like as long as I'm, you know, clearly enough and have that distance, with people, I'm I'm realizing that certain characters out here are just with anger issues. You know what I mean? And I understand. I understand why, because I done my wrongs, and it's coming up. And I'm sure you're going to be watching this, and but doesn't mean you people up there haven't done any wrongs now. But that is not for me to tell you what your wrongs are. You know yourself, just like I know myself. So I'm just namase, okay? Namase. I just try to remind myself of the teachers and say, okay, I don't want to hoard things. I don't want to go to that point of, okay, certain people want to have certain vehicles and certain people want to have certain cars. Yes, we can all live together. Of course, we're all gonna grab the mechas and fight from time to time because we're freaking barbarians at times. But I I try to be. I'm realizing that certain characters, development in life, I come in very difficulty in developing certain aspects. Everybody has a different background, and that only shows what kind of character. It shows certain aspects of themselves, and they might not realize certain things. And so, for me, is to like be profound and be like, I am a, I'm, I am, I'm better than I was yesterday. I always try to see that, even in the darkest points of my life, which could be very difficult, not just for me, but for many of us. And sometimes it feels like we're suffocating and dying and just doing the same crap over and over and over and over and over. And you know, yeah, it can be that way. But I think that that point of life is that mm, that point of time could be a reminder to think about others' perspective on to you, onto oneself. I've been projecting a certain character, and I'm realizing that certain character is not where I need to be. You know, um, I seen the nitty gritty. I mean, I seen young kids get kid get run over around my age. I seen my dog get shot. I seen my family, going through their difficulties, losing certain family members, and that leaves a mark. That leaves a very deep mark. And now that I'm here, also, I experience some other memories. Um, like profoundly, like just like wow, man, like a lot of memories, and you know, I have to remind myself. I am a decent man. I'm a man of simplicity. I am a man of structure, development, health, ideas, kindness, strength. I need to be kind to myself and to others. It's difficult because some people think that they have the right state of mind and they know they're not there. And, politicians are out of that, and I need to be. I need to stop calling people names. I think that's a bad habit of mine. and so I think I've been called too many freaking names for me to realize that that has been breaded onto me, and just this, you know, just know that I don't talk too much. I think that certain words of description and talking and saying and I mean, Lord Jesus, pardon me if you're Christian. Okay, pardon me. I shouldn't use Jesus' name in vain. But that's where I'm at. Okay, and and I only wish to develop myself better and take a break. And I know life is not like that, but I needed to like I burn myself out. You know, we all do. I mean, politics, life. I tried to handle the situation with manners. I do not want to hurt people. That is has always been a mission in my mind, but I'm realizing that I'm not fully aware of where I'm at, and so it's where it is. Okay, it's not it's not gonna be easy in life. Um, but I am realizing that certain aspects of self is not where we need to be, and so excuse excuse me. Um, I know you red pillars and blue pillars are watching, so to me that don't matter. But it should. Now that I think about it, But I think that the young, and noticing that certain youngers are having certain, are developing certain things of what I've been doing, and to tell you the truth, I was acting like a little crazy monkey, and so it's like, gee, though, I it's kind of odd to talk to a freaking phone because I never have. Uh, I I um I'm quite in person kind of ordeal because it's different vibe, different energy. I I I'm trying to stay away from all of the drama. Um, we all have to work together, and I need to help people out. I have to help myself out and go forward. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, peace, love, and kindness. You can see it in my eyes, I know.